once again to the Bituin Queen, but it's the penultimate episode. I am your game master and pageant presenter, Medima, and with me are my cast of contestants. Let's introduce them once more. It's Alyssa Aguilos.
Hi, I'm playing Desiree Danso.
Ashley Lanosa.
Hey, I'm playing Venus Delisaya.
Kay Kawada.
I'm playing Janine Gubaton.
And Charlotte Rose.
I'm playing Miriam Omapoy.
Yes, indeed. Ladies, I am so sorry that I left you on such a big cliffhanger last time. We weren't able. You're gonna have to deal. Just for a little recap of where we were the last time we were together. Our competing queens had some serious revelations come their way. They were able to put together that Armida, Mateo, and Franco were in cahoots with one another, and that they are attempting to capture Gloria along with the other missing Bituin Queen champions. Janine was able to confirm with Gani that the final round of the competition was being moved to a remote location in the cliffs of Adlawato, and that the newly constructed stage was being funded by Loco Coco Company, VBS, and Verde Drilling, while the labor to build the actual stage was being outsourced to the lasting foundry, Curious and Curious. Meanwhile, Venus learned more about Adlawato's legendary guardian, Anagolai, from our lovely housekeeper Linda. Learning that Anagolai was the goddess of lost things and people, our heroines became determined to seek her guidance, but needed to slip away to her last temple in the abandoned village of Badbaran to do so. Badbaran, the place that Gloria escaped from. Taking advantage of the citywide Palayok festival happening in Linawan, our queens and their allies made a plan to disguise themselves with the help of Gloria's inside man, Regine. And they hitched a ride out to the provinces via jeepney, owned and operated by the very charismatic Jet, who, much to our delight, got to sneak in a little makeout session with Desiree.
It's hot.
Hot boy! Speaking of romances, Miriam and Alden briefly broached their shifting dynamic, and Venus's mother Donita revealed to Venus that her bio father is in fact Janine's godfather, Ken? Ah! But the biggest reveal of all, ladies, the biggest one. Upon arriving at the outskirts of Badbaran, our heroes were shocked to find the decimated village to be completely fine. Calling into question everything Gloria has told them, we return now to the shores of Lake Danao, gazing across the moonlit water at the pristine Champions Village. You have Alden and Liza with you, and Gloria as well. You are all dressed in your monastery cloaks that were able to get you out of the city, and you're looking at this gorgeous kind of villa across like this giant lake. All these houses and all these estates, they look like they are meant for people that have immense amounts of wealth. But again, this is what was always promised to anybody who ever won the competition. So why did Gloria say the thing that she did?
I think Miriam immediately turns to Gloria and is like, what the fuck? What is this?
This isn't what it... It was gone. Everything was gone. It's not... How is this
well, clearly it's not.
Yeah, insight check.
Insight,
Yeah.
right.
Roll intuition. Yeah, she's not trying to hide anything. So DC 5.
No. I wish I did that. Huh?
DC 5.
DC 5? Oh, I actually didn't add my thingies. Because I barely make it.
Perfect.
That's not where I put it.
It surely has been a while. Did you beat it?
Yes, barely.
Great. Gloria is legitimately shocked. Like, it is very clear that this is not what she left it as when she was last here.
Okay.
What do you do?
So, you don't remember any of this?
No.
Does it look exactly the same? Before
Before it burned down.
yeah.
These are our houses, and this is how it looked before. You see that Gloria is like on the verge of like having a panic attack because she doesn't understand what the hell is happening.
I wonder if they made multiple of the houses, so if something like this happens, they can just on top.
Oh, like
A filming thing? Yeah, like, should we touch it? Is it even real? Maybe it's a backdrop.
Do you just like go up to the lake and you try to touch like the scenery?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll touch a building.
Okay, great. Flexibility check to not fall into the lake. DC 10.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Bring it over here.
Yeah, there you go.
8.
Do you have?
You
Do
can
you,
blow it up.
That's my highest.
That blows up too.
blows up. Yeah, roll it again. Roll it again.
Yeah!
It's exciting.
8.
Oh my
Oh my God!
God!
16 more by 5. Wait, roll again because you exploded again.
Oh,
Okay.
7.
Venus backflips over the lake.
I fly over the lake actually.
That's such a good success that now I have to reverse it. We'll get to your resolve in a second. You asked if there's. Wait, is the D10 your highest?
No.
On your intuition? That's what I figured.
It's half. I
But
could have halved it.
but you like met it, right?
I met it.
From what you can tell, your question, is there anybody here? It's silent.
Ooh.
There's not even any indication that there's any life coming from the village at all.
Like regular silent? Like night sound silent?
Like
Or-
night sound silent. Like it's just like the wind and like the creatures of the night. Yeah. All that.
Are the cicadas screaming?
Cicadas don't scream because that's only in a different part of the world where God has left that country.
That's true.
Venus, upon trying to check if this is just a backdrop, like of a set, walks out to the shore of Lake Danau. And as she's pushing forward, you feel like a little bit of rumble underneath the water.
Oh.
And then a little head peeks up above the
Oh
water.
yeah, baby.
And then further up, he just goes, "Hey, you might want to watch where you step." And it's a couple of our PCs know this from our session 0.
He's my favorite.
This little head that comes up is that of a turtle, and he like comes up more on the shore a little bit and like is like scooting himself up. This turtle is the size of a horse. And this is Sasaya, the great turtle spirit of Lake Danau that lives right next to Badbaran. And he looks up and he's like, "You might want to watch where you step. Don't step here! I'm the guardian of the lake and I will punish you!" And like tries to bear fangs that he doesn't have.
No.
And like looks and it's like, "What are you doing here upon my home?" Oh, hi.
Hi.
Venus, right?
Do you know this turtle?
Have you
I feel
met?
like I've seen this. I had a dream about you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the one that has a really nice, pretty singing voice.
How you remember how you were in my dream?
I like to travel around people's
You
dreams
travel
with
around dreams?
I'm a turtle spirit.
Wait,
I
I'm
do whatever
sorry.
the hell I want, guy.
You're here.
This is my house.
This isn't a dream, is it?
Wait, what do you mean this is?
No, he like takes the turtle fin and just like slaps you across the face a little bit. Like in a playful way. He's like, "No, I'm real."
What?
It's not like other legends where if you don't believe in me, like I'm just always real, okay?
Okay.
But like, what are you doing here?
What are you? Oh, you said this is your home. Okay.
Yeah, you're guests of mine, I guess. Unless everyone here is going to be mean like those other people.
What happened?
other
Well, hold
people?
on.
What other people?
Firstly, I take out a snack. And like I offer it to what do I have like random snacks that I bought earlier. There's
From
like
the festival.
no,
Seaweed
yeah, but
snacks.
I have like
Tears up a little bit and then like starts to eat a little bit of the seaweed out of your hand, but he does it in the way that like turtles do. So like it's just like little tongue and just like.
Hey, when you're no rush, when you're done with that, could we ask you some questions about what's been going on here? You said that there were some mean people here.
There was a
Do you know Gloria?
Gloria, and like he just like lights up looking at her, and she was like, "Hi, Sasayo."
Oh, you do know each other.
He travels around the lake, or he did whenever we were just spending certain lake days just swimming next to the village. Gloria is like kind of like to the level of shock where she cannot like coherently speak, which is a new thing for her. So then Alden comes up and is just kind of like, "Hey, great to meet you, oh wondrous turtle spirit." And Sasayo is like, Wondrous, okay. Well, thanks. Yeah. What do you? You questions. What do you want to know?
You said there were mean
sorry.
people?
I have to do this thing. Thank you for addressing the spirits and paying me this offering. I will grant you a boon. Okay. So, people, the bad people.
Yes.
They're. Are you sure you're not with them?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that
Absolutely
means
positive.
though.
Roll a congeniality roll, DC 10.
All of us?
As a party, just to convince him that you are actually good people.
As a party? What does that mean? As a party?
Every one of you will roll congeniality.
Oh, just one?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but if you have a DC 20, you can have it.
I have a DC 20.
So you succeed automatically if you don't have it.
Yay.
I got a 2.
2.
I have
Please
a
stop licking
5
the
plus
table,
4, and I will.
Stop licking.
9.
And
Stop it.
Oh, wait, you have an 8 plus 2, so I have to roll an 8.
Mhm.
That's a 4. Wait,
Do you
okay.
have any-
Yes.
yeah.
So 4 plus 2 is 6, and I'm going to use 2 adversity gems.
Sweet.
So like Sasayo is kind of convinced, but is still cautious because of all these new people. But he really trusts Venus, so he just kind of looks at Venus and is just like, there were some really bad people who came a long time ago. You guys have like different ways of telling time, but I've kind of lived for ever. So I don't know if it was yesterday or if it was like years ago or if it was a week ago. But there were some really bad people who came here and they had these big torches and they started going into all of the houses of all the lovely ladies like Gloria's house, and they just set it all on fire, and then they were trying to go inside the houses for stuff, and I got too scared and they started scaring all the fish away, and I have to protect my fish friends, so I went down under to protect my fish friends. And then all of the houses were gone, and the only reason why I came back was to check for any other creatures that were more amphibious, like our frog friends, to make sure they were okay. And then I found Gloria. And he like looks really sad at Gloria.
The puddle.
Hmm?
She was found in a puddle.
Gloria was really hurt, and I thought that maybe her friends that could be at the houses could help her even if I couldn't see her, so I brought her back to the other side. But all the people had gone by then, and I couldn't tell where her friends were. And she doesn't have fins, so I can't take her with all my fish friends or she dies. And I really like Gloria.
You did so good. I pull out another snack.
Thank you.
Sasayo, so then how did these houses come in if there was that huge fire?
With everything that happened, I was just trying to make sure all of my friends were not near the lake. So I've been, for a little while now, just kind of moving all of the little denizens underneath the water to like different parts of the rivers in the island, moving them to other collections. I haven't been here in a little bit, and this is the first time I only came back like 3 day. I don't know time, guys. I'm sorry.
Do you know how many sunrises and sunsets there were?
Since I've been here recently, 3.
Okay.
And everything was fine again. And all the houses were fine. And I was expecting to see all of Gloria's friends so that I could try to find Gloria and her little gold friend.
Gold friend?
I don't, like, she's a gold gnome lady that she would take all the letters from here.
Letters?
This was the contact that was sneaking them out.
Regine.
That she would try to like, but so I only saw her whenever she got Gloria away from here.
Regine is a man, though.
No, Regine's a
Armita's
lady.
a man.
Who is a man?
Armita's a man.
Armita's a man.
Yeah.
I wrote that in
But
the wrong spot.
It had been a long time since I'd seen either of them, but 3 sunsets ago, I came back here and there was no one here, and the houses were back, but the people weren't back. Like all the other nice ladies that live across the way weren't back yet, and it was really quiet.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What did those mean people with torches look like? What were they dressed as?
It was really hard to see because I'm a little far from like the village, but they were all kind of like, they didn't look at all like any of the delivery people that I saw a couple times that made stuff come over here. They were in like long coats. It's hard to say because it was all dark shapes, but like a lot of them wore a lot of different clothes. Some people had like no coats, some people had coats, some people had things on their faces.
Like a mask?
Yeah.
Long coats.
Yeah.
Long coats?
It doesn't.
No,
look like
these no.
Oh, got
No.
scared really quick.
Those are
Like the monks.
no. Those are nice. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. They smelled really weird though.
Like coal?
They smelled like cigarette, kind of like what Regine smokes, but like really, like there was a lot of them, and it's hard. Maybe because they had those torches, that's why they smelled so ashy and like bad. But even like you could smell off of them, like they just smelled bad, like bad people.
Your people work in the coal mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that smell like? Ash.
It smells like iron and ash and dirt.
Is that what that smelled like?
Yeah, but it was weird because like some of them smelled like that. There were some of those bad people that really were moving really fast and like really excited to do the thing. Like I heard laughing from some people, and there were some
with cameras and wires.
No. There was only some people. What is that?
Oh.
Sorry, I said no, but I actually don't know what that is.
It looks like a really long black string.
No, they started pouring black things out of a barrel.
Is it
Like a
Loco
barrel.
Coco?
I think this is what they were building instead.
What do you mean?
Remember how we were talking about like, oh my God, we're gonna be on the cliffside, and they're building the stage?
Mm-hmm.
What if they were rebuilding Badbaran instead?
They could be building both.
That's what I was thinking.
Like there were some people that were laughing and having a really good time, which was so weird because they just wanted to put a bunch of fires up, and some people just looked like you know how like
They're lighting up the houses.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it look like so the people that were doing it, and was there anybody maybe supervising, like not doing something but kind of standing back and directing, maybe pointing places, giving orders or instructions?
You asked a great question to Sasayo. He's gonna see if he remembers a specific person. You said supervising?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Girdle. I'll believe in you.
That's a 19 on the die.
Hell yeah!
Tell us what you know.
Holds a gun up.
I'm kidding.
Holds your pistol to Sasayo's head.
No, I'm kidding.
So Sasayo, like, at your question, lights up and goes, yeah, there was this one guy who, and he scans everybody and then he stops on Desiree and goes, like that.
Huh?
Like had stuff like that on his head.
Cousin? Your cousin.
Did it look not like this?
It was closer.
But it was like this.
Yeah, he looked like he was like a tall bunny rabbit with the ears
Yeah.
straight up.
Mateo.
Yeah. He's a mean. He's a mean.
He didn't sound very. He was one of the people laughing.
Yeah. I hate his laugh.
The spirit, the one that brings people back.
Anagulai!
Anagulai, do you talk to her?
Not as much. She hasn't really been. She hasn't. I don't remember the last time we talked. she's usually like walking around the jungles or the mountains trying to find people. There's a lot of people that get lost, so then she tries to find them. Which is why I was really confused why all Gloria's friends still haven't come back yet, because Anagolai would have already brought them back. She's really good at that job.
I wonder if she's trapped. Do you know where her temple is?
Oh yeah, it's over by the village, or kind of past the village. Gloria knows! And he looks back at Gloria, but notices that Gloria's still sad. He's like, Gloria, do you want me to take you back on my back to the village? And like Liza comes up behind Gloria and just kind of like takes her like under her arms. And she was like, a great turtle spirit. I will escort her. And like, we really don't have to do that.
Liza fully like kneeling.
Yeah. like truly knight's pose is like Liza. and like Sasayo's just kind of like, you guys are okay, you guys are cool. You could come, you could stay. I'll tell all of my other nature friends, like he like looks at the forest. There were branches that were like creeping up like towards y'all. And like like seaweed that was like coming up from the bottom of the lake that was like starting to like coming up.
Passive perception apparently.
Nope. and like truly, like it was like Sasayo was on high alert for anybody that came back. So then Sasayo just goes like, Tabi Paul, we're good, and like all the things retract that were coming. Like nature literally just so I'm gonna go check on some other of my fish friends to tell them that you guys are cool and nobody needs to come freak out. And I'll just don't forget to say bye if you are gonna leave or if you're gonna stay. I don't know about those houses. They look a little weird. But
is there a way we can call for you if we need you? Is there a word?
If you
some sort of whistle.
Yeah.
I like a whistle. I really like music. That's really nice, Venus. Yeah, I like it a lot. I want to do my little dancey dance. And as soon as like he like bounces around a little bit, you notice that the lake like shifts a little bit with it, and like water seems to like push further into the jungle with just that one motion that he does. And he goes, yeah, I gotta be careful about that sometimes. But yeah, if you guys just be careful. Anagolai, because she feels far away, I don't know if she can protect you. She usually protects people really well, especially at this part of the island, because her temple's right over there. But just be on the lookout, because things feel bad. I don't really leave water very often, but over there, it feels really, really bad. I'll be here when you guys want to go back to the jungle and make sure you get out of here okay. Venus?
Yes?
It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too.
It doesn't have to be anytime soon, but if you visit another time, I'd love to have like you sing a little bit. I really liked your singing in the dream.
I definitely will. Thank you so much for your help and for having us.
You're welcome. Okay, see you guys later. And he just sinks back into the water, like very quietly. And it's still, once again, right on the shores of Lake Danao. What would you like to do?
Check out these houses.
All right.
Sasayo said it's weird looking.
Liza kind of just like walks in front of everybody, and she's just kind of like, let's just try our best to walk cautiously. I'll walk in front if there's anything that's going to happen. Alden's like, I'll take the rear, and like pulls out like his rifle from his bag.
I'm also gonna pull out my pistol and
Cool.
have it at the ready.
Great.
I also have mine. Oh my gosh, where was it going? Where did I get a javelin? Sight.
Liza
brought weapons.
Yeah, Liza brought weapons.
Scimitar.
Because she was
Scimitar,
like,
okay,
okay,
right.
stuff gets
Hey
close.
Liza, can I get a javelin? Can I get a javelin in there?
Oh, absolutely. Liza pulls
like
out the
rim
javelin
boomer.
from like her backpack, and she's just like, you know how to use this? You're wild, sister, and like gives it to you.
Venus is a woman of many talents.
Okay.
It's like that thing where like any overachieving mom wants your child to like everything.
1,000%.
Mom, why would I need to know how to throw a javelin? She's like, listen, you never know.
You're a track star.
She's a the run now. She's a track star.
We love to see it. All right, so you guys are kind of like weapons drawn, like at the ready as you're entering the village. Okay.
What did they do? Flashlight, gun, or whatever.
Yeah. Sick.
It's
What do I know?
Did you go both in my hand?
both.
Can I do like pat Gloria's back and like talk to her and just be like,
Of course. Yeah, as you're walking over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you say to Gloria?
not that, but
That's the javelin is just
Covered in butter.
Molly Liza, is there anything off? Whether it's, I know the vibes are probably off.
Gloria looks as you guys are walking forward. The way that the houses are arranged, so there were going to be 6, right? Like there were only 5 queens. It's set up almost in a weird Stepford Wives way, where it's like really clean lines of like lawns. There are houses that are standing up, and they're all kind of like 2 by 2 on like either side of the street. So it's one house or like 2 houses across from each other, another 2 houses across from each other, another 2 houses. So Gloria walks up, and she like really cautiously avoids like the first 2 houses, and like she just like closes her eyes as she's walking next to you, Janine, and she goes like,
I'm holding her hand.
those were Pia and Catriona's houses. And then she looks like across, like forward to the other 2 houses. That one on the left, that was Margie's house. And then she stops in the middle, turns to the house on the right, and she like still like with her eyes closed is like looking or like kind of like motioning with her head behind her. That was Alexi May's home. And then she looks like in front of her at her house, and she looks at it and just says, and this one was mine. And they're exactly as they were before.
Were
That's
there
so
any decorations, anything that signified you, that it was your home?
At that, she runs up to the door of her house and like just tries to open it.
Careful.
Yeah, like she, hey.
No, I like.
No, yeah. I
like,
know. It's
careful.
Careful.
With that guy.
She like, do you stop her from like running up to the door?
I kind of hold her back and try to open it myself.
Okay, great. It's unlocked. You can walk in.
Weird.
What
if it's a trap, you guys?
We
That's why.
Oh no, yeah.
Be careful.
Walk in.
Here we go. Make an intuition roll. DC 10.
Me?
Everybody.
Oh, everybody?
Are you guys all following within the house?
Yes.
Okay.
My intuition's already a D10.
I need
but
that
still
one.
have to
Yeah.
roll.
Yep. It's only if it was D20 that you could have
I
it.
have it?
You can have it. You keep forgetting. You just want to roll dice.
I do.
I got a 1. I walk into the house and immediately fall through a hole.
I have.
No, just kidding. Don't make
No,
me
it's
sad.
not. We just don't catch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I'm
said
like
situation.
normal house.
Normal house.
Crazy.
7, but I'm gonna add 3 adversity gems to make it.
Okay, great. Miriam, you're like really on the lookout, like with Alden, of just like you're paying more attention to everything around the house rather than the house itself. So you, like Alden posts up with you like right next to the door, and he's just kind of like, I trust Liza will call for us if something's happening. Me and Miriam, considering we have the best range weapons, we'll just stand guard here at the door. You guys walk inside. With your rolls, you automatically succeeded to meet it. We'll get to you last. For you two, lower rolls, but you were able to use adversity gems to meet it. What are you looking for specifically, each of you? Is there anything specific you're trying to glean from the house?
Trying to see if there are.
Oh my god, that scared me.
If there are any traps, and if there are, and what's different, if there's anything different, like
Cool.
with Gloria. So checking in with Gloria.
Copy. Okay. So,
Same.
do you look for anything different, or is this the same
Like
thing?
mine's is like, is it even real? Like it feels like everything is a facade.
Got
Because the house was just burned down like what, like a week ago?
No,
it was
like months
A
ago.
month ago?
Yeah.
It's been 6
Maybe
months
I'm
since
a
Tim
turtle.
saw his wife.
Since Margie stopped
Months
sending
ago.
letters too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
also like personal stuff in there. So I'm like, did they
Right, you're-
just
you're-
find
yeah.
it? Did they recreate it? So I'm trying to see like what.
If
Yeah,
anything's
if anything is
real.
even real.
Got it. Okay.
Styrofoam.
You're so
I
like
was
you're
thinking like the
This is
like
light.
plywood.
Exactly, like a studio.
so you're looking kind of like for construction of like how they built the things, and you're looking for if anything that's personal to Gloria is in the house. To answer Venus's question, it's all a real house. It's all real materials. It is all like the same sort of sheetrock, all the things that you would see, painted walls,
What about Gloria's stuff?
frames. To answer your question, Gloria walks around, like she's looking around and it looks like she's like looking for things to be where they should be. She looks at this one painting that's like on the wall and like her face drops even more. And like she like looks at you and she goes like, the painting that Margie gave me is not that painting. That's a different, that's how, but and she looks around and like, she's able to walk through the house like almost effortlessly because it seems like the arrangement of her furniture is the same. Everything has been staged the same. What do you want to know, knowing that you halved it and you were able to automatically succeed?
I feel like I know how Lasting Foundry builds. And I feel like, is this a quick construction? Is this something that has been here? And like, is Gloria like, not that it's Gloria, it's not that I don't believe her. I just don't know if like maybe she's been illusioned somehow, that like something of that nature.
Okay.
Because if my theory of Lasting Foundry possibly built this in the last 6 months, that's gonna be a slap kind of job. Like there's like things about that look like this was done in the last 6 months.
Great question. You are looking around at like the baseboards
And the seams.
and stuff. There's a lot of like little seams that
I
are
was like,
noticeable.
This wasn't sanded down.
Correct. Like it was truly, as you said, shoddily done, but it looks good enough from a distance to make you believe that this has always been here.
Reminds me of my house in college. The birdhouse. Don't look too close.
Don't look too close.
Don't look
Please
It's
don't.
like they sprayed the paint wall.
Landlord special.
It's hard to tell because of like it's nighttime, but the moonlight coming through, when you look at it on the wall, some of the paint is like kind of like uneven. Like it was done really quickly.
Yeah.
Can
Great
I
question.
remove the painting off the wall to see
Sure.
if there's anything like?
like a Zelda.
Yeah. You remove the painting. It's just like a blank wall.
No, but I mean like I flip the painting over, see like where they got this from. Nothing.
Nothing personal. It looks like it was fabricated, like it was like commissioned by somebody, but there's no artist signature. It's just a regular,
How
like
many-
something that you would see in a model home. Gloria, let me roll something for her real quick. Love it when dice tell a story. Gloria sees everything, looks at this, and her body begins to shake, and she runs out of the house.
Whoa, follow her.
Yeah, follow her.
She like runs past Miriam and Alden like from the front door, and she's fucking booking it like down the street, past all these houses, towards what you can only assume is like the other side of the village that you guys haven't seen, which would be Anagolai's temple. Do you guys follow her?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Are you quiet about how you follow her, or are you just running after her?
I'm trying to.
I'm
I'm
gonna
trying
pick you
to
up.
stealth.
But are the rest of you just like booking it back to her, or are you trying to be quiet about
No,
it?
I'm using my dancer feet.
Great. So soft steps. You guys?
I have long legs.
Great. So you're just
I
going.
am also very jealous. So
Great.
I just stride.
Perfect. You're catching like the edges of her cloak, very much like the first time that you ever saw her. She's like really running through this like dense foliage that's like right outside. It basically was just kind of like, here's where all the houses were, here's where some of the jungle started, and she's like following this like trail like through the trees. And she's running, sprinting, you guys are following after her. You're being very, very cautious about your quick feet. Given that, give me a flexibility check, everybody, to see how much noise you're actually making when you get into the forest. You will roll with advantage, Miriam and Desiree. You two, just because it's a little harder, just rolling straight. So no disadvantage, but you don't get the advantage. Tell me what you roll.
I rolled a 6.
4.
What's the DC?
DC's 10.
Can I have the tray?
Oh yes.
4.
No, I'm just thinking.
0 is 10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have enough.
Nice.
Oh wait,
I
that's
don't
That's it.
have
That's a DC 10.
oh, okay.
I
But
trip.
that's also that's my flexibility dice. So
Oh, you want to roll it again? You want to explode
Yeah.
because you exploded.
and then I got a 13.
Nice. 13. Great. What did you roll?
I'm 6. And I only have 3 adversity gems.
Okay.
So wait, can I? If I use 3, is that less bad than getting a 6, or is it just bad?
I'd say you use your 3.
Okay, I'm gonna use my 3.
5 plus 3, which is 8.
Okay.
So I got a
And
9.
I have, well, oh no, I do. I can. I'll spend.
So you passed.
Yeah.
So you passed. You got a 4. You got a 9. All right. You guys get kind of caught up in like the foliage and like it prevents you from being able to like run forward with the entire party. Alden like doubles back to make sure that like you're good.
Aren't you
I'm like,
Liza?
Yeah. And then Liza doubles back for you. You two are able to make it before everybody else. And you arrive in this clearing. You see Gloria on the ground weeping like so just inconsolable sobs because the thing that you see in front of her is a temple that has been completely decimated. It's rubble on the ground and it has just been raided. Bathroom break. Ladies.
Ladies,
Lady, you know you bad. So you two, what was it? You two. You guys got a little held up. You two come to the clearing. You see the temple. A couple moments later, everybody else in the party is able to like make it to the clearing. What do you do?
Console Gloria.
Great. Do you just like
Investigate the temple.
okay? For you're consoling Gloria.
But I'm consoling her, but also looking up,
Okay.
seeing like how everything's just.
People kind of like wanting to like look at like the temple and things. Who's actually going to like go further up because she's at like the lip of it. You want to go into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else going in?
I'm gonna
You're going
console her after, like console her and then go
First,
up.
then.
I'm gonna protect you.
Cool. So you go with her. You. What about you? Are you just going in like by yourself? Did you want anyone to walk with
Who
you?
do you want to go?
I want Liza to keep an eye on her.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Alden.
Yeah, we'll all go then.
Okay, cool. Alden will go with you. Everybody here, just give me an intuition roll. Your DC is 12.
I cost to explode.
Me too. I have to explode.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
When? I need to know. That was a bad roll.
Baby. Did you roll 4?
Wait, was it 4 or 14?
I rolled a 4.
I do not.
I rolled a 4. I think you rolled a 4.
I think I rolled the 4 also.
Anybody else?
I actually just put it right here. Yeah.
This
But
was wait,
Varsity
why?
gem.
Oh, it's intuition. I was like, why isn't my investigation?
No, your scholastic's high.
My scholastic is high. Fucking book learning.
What'd you get? Okay.
Okay, we're all doing great.
This is.
All right. So you guys, so is it that
we
y'all,
don't
after
see
you've
shit.
been like consoling Gloria, do you all just like walk into the temple space? Like just like walk like where the temple stood? Like you just like walk in there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Everybody here, give me a nerve check. DC is 12, the same.
I have a 20.
I have to hit.
Still gotta
my
roll.
top.
It's not half.
Oh.
Nerve is 12.
I got a 2. I want to die.
7 and then like 10, basically.
Oh, just shy. Do you have any gems? You want to meet 12?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'll make it 12.
Yep.
Got
I
11.
hit it
Nice.
with one Unzersi gem.
Great. Perfect. One more?
No.
2.
All right. Who are you are my ladies that passed?
Nerve. Yeah.
You guys don't feel the immense fear that happens like immediately, just like plain shock. The moment that your feet touch the rubble of the temple, there are shapes that appear like just out of the rubble that just like sneak their way through the rubble that appear in front of you. There are 4 of them. They are all of different heights. These are skeletal apparitions that have a. I know. I had to try to keep it. Low. They have a flickering, sickly lavender pupil in their eye sockets. And these are mankukulam. Scary. Yeah.
Scary.
But you would know, Miriam, that these are basically disturbed spirits that are kind of like they feast on people. With that being said, we actually rolled to Rumble off camera, and here we go for who's going to go first. Let me see if Liza actually. Ooh, no, Liza is too scared to attack first. So Venus, you are up. So Venus,
person who is a to go. Oh, sorry.
I know what I'm saying. Okay, so like the distance they are away from you, all of you, you just stepped into like their space. They're about like 30 feet in front of you. Just kind of like, just like 4 of them. Each of them like have about 5 feet in between them. Venus, what would you like to do?
Well, I can't throw a f***ing javelin at these things, can I?
You can try and see what's up. You can also, if you wanted to, make scholastic rolls to see if you want to learn anything more about these disturbed spirits. And you can also do other things as in interact with the temple around you, like do you want to try to hide behind some rubble? Do you want to move some of the rubble to see if you can figure out like who are these spirits? Like there's a lot of different things you can do, not just with them, but with the environment around you. So what would you like to do?
Can I use my spirit power?
If you would like to use your spirit dart, you can.
But I need like a lot of 6s.
Yeah. Well, first let's see if you hit them.
Oh yeah.
So you have to
do I do
roll
that?
to
You
hit
have to
them.
roll to hit, so roll your d20.
My d20?
Mhm.
You got it.
You got it.
2.
You wait. What was it? What's the number?
There's a 2.
You do not hit them.
You do not hit.
Do you want to do anything else? Because you can't
How
attack. You can't hit them.
You can move,
Did you wanna
can
throw-
interact with
Yeah.
the temple.
This is hard.
I know it's a lot. It's.
What would you
yeah.
do in this situation if you saw these things?
Oh, me? I
Yeah.
would leave.
What would your
Oh yeah. So you can fully
does
run.
Venus want to leave?
But that is a question.
What?
That's up
Yeah.
to
What
you.
does Venus want to
You
do?
gotta decide that.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Venus will go up
Go up
to them.
to them. Close the distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to look at them.
Okay. Oh, do you want to look at them closer?
No, actually, no, I'm scared.
You don't have to touch them. If you just want to look at them closer, I will allow your secondary action just to look at them. You don't have to get physically closer. You can just like look at them and examine them a little bit closer. Just like I gave you a brief description of what they
Okay,
look like. You can roll to observe more.
I'll take one timid step forward.
Great.
And see how they react, and
Okay.
also look at them closer.
Okay. When you take a step towards them, they just look at you and go. And that's the last time I'm doing that sound because I know that's not good for my players. That's the last time. And I'm not gonna do anything extra. Ladies, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're done now. I promise, I promise. As soon as you said the thing that you said before we filmed, I was like, this is gonna be very hard to describe what's happening. Okay.
Alaska.
Hey, and you know what? Valid.
Valid.
All right. The thing that you observe them, there are 4 of them, right? I said they're of differing heights. Do you look at the one that's like in front of you? Like just
the one
like
that's my eye line. Yeah.
your eye line? You notice
I'm like
that
5'7" or something, right?
you notice that she's around the same height as Miriam.
Wait, what?
And I'm gonna leave you with that information. Janine, it's your turn. Roll a d20 to see if you
My
hit.
sister is f***ing dead, and now a spirit. I'm quitting the game.
You can't.
I would like to use my scimitar and
Mhm.
move. So it's about 10 feet. So
Mhm.
get 10 feet closer.
So you want to like go up to them and try to slash one of them?
Yeah.
Which of the? Do you want to go for the one that's like in front of Venus, or do you choose the other 3?
The one closest to her.
Venus. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to hit.
9.
You do not hit. Do you have any other actions you'd like to take?
Move back to where she's standing.
Great. So are you kind of like moving in front of Venus?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. Defending your friend. Lovely. That is their turn. What are they gonna do?
Oh my god.
Please don't cut me. Please don't cut me.
Okay. One of them you see like opens their mouth and emits like this like cloud. You see a fog comes around you.
Is it just me or?
It encircles the area.
Okay.
Luckily, the fog itself, it seems like it's more just kind of like atmospheric. It doesn't really inhibit your ability to see your allies or your enemies. There's one that's engaged with like Venus, and Janine. Two of them like move to like circle back towards like where Alden was. They kind of flank from the side. So you guys are basically like surrounded by all sides. There's like four corners sort of way. Like there's one over here with Venus and Janine. There's one that moved to the side, and there's two that like came to the back. The two that are in the back are going to attempt to cast something on your allies that are in the back. So let's see if it hits either of them. Oh no, that's a no from that one. That's a no from that one. Your allies are too good. You see that the ghost that comes to the back basically tried to blow fire like onto your allies, but Alden and Liza leap out of the way and they're able to like dodge. Desiree's turn. Desiree, what would you like to do?
So you said they flanked us.
They flanked you guys.
I'm going to go to one of the ones that isn't engaged. And I guess like ready an attack.
Okay.
But the first thing I want to do is like they have different heights, so they're not like different spirits. Can I make an intuition roll?
Of course. Actually, give it a scholastic roll.
Scholastic
It's
roll?
more about what you're seeing in front of you, rather than what you can tell from like their emotion. Because the only emotion they have right now is anger, sadness, and hunger. They're hungry.
I take out.
I take out my bucket.
a third fish.
So many fish. What was the DC on that?
Oh, I didn't even set a DC. Scholastic. Wait, what are you looking for exactly?
Do I know these spirits? Like, is this
Sure.
is this like this is lost souls? So like, are these lost souls? Like,
Or is
Great.
it like a reflection of
or something? I don't
Let's
know.
see. Is it safe to say that you would rather go like towards one that's toward the back or one that's towards the front? That's my main question. The one that's back?
Yeah.
What did you roll again?
A 4.
Okay.
Okay.
You would know that the one that like you turn to, it looks like they're wearing a long sort of gossamer looking material. And they have like a really long neck and like really like high cheekbones, but like it's all sunken in.
Okay, I'm not gonna attack it until it attacks me.
Okay. So you're just gonna hold your action for now.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
I don't. Does it look like a dress?
I
don't know that.
It looks like a nightgown.
Oh, because it happened.
Because you specifically asked that, it looks like a nightgown.
Okay. See, that's why I'm not attacking.
Well,
Alright.
do you wanna like can she like set up an action?
She has one. She
If
has
it
it
attacks
ready.
me, I think I'm more on the defense than
Got it.
anything else. Because
Okay.
like this is a sacred place and scary. Scary spirits be scary. So
Okay.
I don't really want to attack unless I really have to.
Got him. Miriam, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I want to look around, and I know that this temple has been ransacked, destroyed, etc. Is there any sort of remnants of an altar or like a place to pay respects or anything along those lines?
For sure. Make a scholastic roll. DC, because you've never been to this temple before. DC 12. Sorry, I couldn't give you that 10. I'm like, this is also, actually no, I'll make it lower. DC 10, but because it's a snap decision, you still have to roll.
Please. 13!
All right. So you would know because your nerd game's on point. Where the people have set up like an altar for offering for whoever this temple is made for, it's going to be towards like more of the interior where the temple is. So it is going to be past the two that are in front, so the spirits that are in front. And you can see the altar. The altar has also been tampered with. It's there if you wanted to try to interact with it, but you would have to get through those two spirits that are in front of you.
How far away is it?
If the ghosts were only 30 feet in front of you, I would say the altar's 50 feet.
Okay, so can I take double movement and just take the attack of opportunity and just run straight for that altar?
Wow, sis.
All right, you're so brave.
She a runner, she a track star.
Okay, what's your AC?
Her little legs.
My AC is 16.
All right.
Oh, she's so.
Woo, okay, all right.
Let's go, Rose.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
damn, dice really love telling a story. Okay, you run past. There is the spirit that is on your right side that like goes for you, like swipes at you. but like clearly misses. You're able to like dodge right underneath the attack. The one that was about to engage Venus and Janine looks at you and like just like really looks at you and stops like her movement and just like
You said her.
look, just really look, and then she like tries to speak,
Oh.
but she can't. So
She's your height.
all that comes out is
Remember.
for a second vanishes from like anger to concern.
Aww.
Do you want to examine that like as you're running past? Do you want to further examine that, or are you gonna keep going?
Okay, so my game plan was to get to the altar and try to leave. I think the only thing I have is like a red feather, but at least try to like basically put it down and be like, I'm sorry, this happened, I'm sorry. I'm paying my respects to you, but now I'm concerned that someone is trying to stop me from doing that. But also it's like, I don't
Concerned.
Do you want to roll intuition?
Yes,
Okay.
please. I mean, I don't.
Intuition, DC 10. Because you're running past.
Please, girly, please. 12.
Yeah!
Oh wait, I exploded.
Ah! Roll again! Get more than 5.
3.
Okay,
That's
but that's
15.
15.
That's 15.
That's 5. That's more than 5.
Yay!
Massive success.
Charlotte, you're
Do I
gonna
go or do I not?
Charlotte, you're gonna be really mad at me.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. The face that shifts into concern on the spirit's face is Margie's face.
It's Margie. I hate you so much.
I know.
I'm so angry.
But it flickers, but then it comes back to what it is, and it's still a disturbed spirit.
What if it's just her spirit and not actually like
maybe
it's
she's in a coma somewhere.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, because it's now Alden's turn. Wait, Charlotte, would you like a moment?
No, it's oh my
We
god.
can take a moment. We can take a moment.
No, it's all good.
I
It's
knew-
just, do
yeah.
I make it like? Okay, so what?
Do you
So
say
it
anything?
is.
Yeah, do you say? Oh yeah, do you say
You
anything
can-
as you run past when you see that?
Say her name.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say.
I know.
Expert in our heads.
Amazing.
I'm gonna say her name,
Mhm.
and I think that she hopes that this is like some sort of projection. Like, I don't think that she even has it in her to imagine that like Marge is like actually gone. So I think she says, Marge, where are you?
Oh. It's 10 times this
Ugh.
How?
So that,
loud
okay,
did
you say that, you make it to the altar.
Oh.
The spirit that was gonna engage with them, as soon as, because she rolled a nat 1 when she was trying to come for you. So this is the thing that comes for free. You say her name, and that scary version of her vanishes. And what's left is like this small sort of like ball of light that is standing over a particular part of the temple, but it's just hovering over the rubble. You can, again, for your next turn, if you wanted to go examine where that ball is, but I'll tell you this just because they're, again, always important to talk about boundaries with your players at the table. For you specifically, I will tell you it is probably best that you do not examine that. If you want to call back to Alden, if you're putting the pieces together and you want to tell him, he can look instead.
And that'll be my next turn, right? Okay.
Or
Let me think about it.
or if you want just, a free action of saying something to him, it is Alden's turn right now.
That's true.
I think that like Charlotte as a person would be like, Alden, check that out, but I think that Miriam would never do that. I think that Miriam, like, for sure. So I'm gonna be strong, and I'm going to wait until my next turn to examine it.
All right. It's Alden's turn. There was somebody that was trying to blow fire on him. He's gonna try to shoot him.
Oh no.
That's Alden's turn.
Wait, did he hit it?
No, we're about to find out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think it cut off before
Like
we
hit
were
it
there.
like.
Oh no, so he's gonna the thing like no, the thing that blew fire at him that's trying to make him hurt. He's gonna try to hit that. He doesn't. Next turn, he moves. He's got a lot of movement, so he's able to like be right up next to you as you're like about to go into the temple, and he's got his rifle ready, and he just looks at you, and he's just like, "What's happening? What's going on?"
I have to go to that ball of light.
Okay. I got your 6. What do you want me to do?
Cover me.
Okay. Anything that's coming for you on your turn, he's going to like attack.
I am fully like blinders on, like not even, because I know that this would also be important to Alden, but like not as important as it is to me.
Do you call anything out to anybody else after you are making that plan, or are you just solely focused on getting there next
I
turn?
honestly think, again, like,
Yeah.
I think that if I were Miriam, I
Yeah.
think that she would just, like, not even be.
Copy.
She would be like, this is where I need to go.
Copy. That's Liza's turn. She is now also going to try to take a swing at these spirits because she don't know nothing better. She misses.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I know,
It's
yeah.
rolling badly.
She, Liza is going to kind of double up with Desiree on like the spirit that you were about to close with. So she just basically shifts and moves. Venus, that's your turn. The spirit that was in front of you vanished suddenly, is now diminished to like a little ball, like a little further ways away. What would you like to do?
Well, I have a guess to what we're dealing with.
Okay. What kind of information is Venus like processing?
Oh, but did she hear?
She didn't say any of like what she experienced out loud. She
Sorry, I knew Miriam would.
But she. Oh wait, no, you do. Oh, you do hear her say.
yeah.
You do hear her say,
you're-
Margie,
yeah.
where are you?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you saw and then that spirit
Yeah.
disappeared.
So I'm.
Great. Great. Putting it together.
So what if I just shout names?
I will give you this. You can shout one name.
Okay.
Actually, here we go. Something fun. Roll a d4 for me.
Ooh.
Which is a D4.
See how many names?
It's the pointy one.
It's the pyramid.
The pyramid one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I guess they're all technically kind of pointy.
Ah. Whoops.
Points.
You remember 2 more names. You can say them.
Do I? Okay, I just want to make sure I get them right. That's why. Oh. Okay. I'm scared. Alexia.
The spirit doesn't diminish fully, but she like her aggression like goes down.
Okay, and then.
Yeah, that's a spirit that's like further away from you. Like on your plane where there's like the spirit that was in front of you and there was another one next to it.
Right.
That one next to it diminishes.
That's not the one in front of me. Though.
That's not the one in
It
front of you.
doesn't turn into a
Pia.
ball.
It doesn't turn into a ball.
Pia!
The one that is in front of you.
Oh.
Like she doesn't diminish completely, but she like lessens in her aggression.
Definitely.
Oh no! Don't hit them.
Game mechanic wise,
Oh.
these spirits now get a disadvantage to their attack anytime they try to attack you. So I will roll 2d20s, whichever one's the lower one is the one that I use. But that's only for those 2. There's one in the corner that you weren't able to say her name. Do you do anything else? Do you move?
Do I move?
Or do you say anything to your companions?
Guys, it's the queens.
Great!
Obviously.
And that's your whole action. Janine, that's your turn. What would you like to do?
I hear her yell names, and I know Tim's Catriona is still missing. So I yell Catriona.
The spirit that's like towards the back, that was another one that was doing the flame. Like she just kind of lessens in her aggression, but she's not gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm moved to that one.
It's that one towards the back?
Yeah.
Great. Make an intuition check for me. DC's 5.
4 plus 1, so
5. Meet it. You get the sense from the spirit that you're not the one that is able to resolve her pain. That's all you get.
Okay.
So then, wait, you guys said all their names, so yeah,
Yeah,
they're all
one.
diminished. Jesus Christ, I keep rolling nat 20s. The one in front of you rolls a 13.
13.
Yeah, what's your AC?
Let's see. Is 16.
Okay.
Miss it.
Last one.
It misses.
Okay, natural 2. Now it is Desiree's turn.
I hear the names, and so first thing I do is look around. Like when I heard Pia, I saw that happen. So I look, and I'm guessing it's the one behind me.
The one,
Is it the one across, or is it?
so the one that you're engaging with, the
Yeah.
one that's like the longer one, you heard the name Pia, she diminished. That's the one in front of you. The one that was...
Now I'm looking for Alexi.
You're looking for Alexi
Yeah.
May. That was the one that was closer to Venus and Janine when they were next to like Margie. So she's towards like the front while you're in the back.
Who's next to me?
The person that's with you is Liza.
And Liza, handle this. Alexi! And then I say something like, Lex! And like, it's like our nickname that we had when we were younger.
Do you project that memory towards her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like looking, like if I find, do I have to do a check to like look for her?
Nope.
Yeah. I run to her.
She diminishes into a ball of light, and then you see it floating over a piece of rubble, like towards the edge of the temple. Do you do anything else?
Full speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like making your way towards like where the light. Okay, cool. And that's Miriam's turn.
Oh, let's go to the ball of light.
Okay. All right. What do you do with the ball of light?
I look into it and then I touch it.
Beautiful. You hear kind of like whisperings of your sister's voice, and she's just saying like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And that's all you can like really make out just from like you touching it. Roll an intuition check for me, DC 10.
My intuition is a D12. Okay, listen, this is important to the story, please. No, that's a 7.
Do you have any gems?
I have 1. I can, is it worth
Can
it
we
to go up to
donate?
8?
Can we donate?
So, because you guys have bonded, I will say if anybody would like to donate some gems to your sweet friend as
How
she
much
is
is
trying
it?
to
So I can do,
interact with the spirit.
I can do 1.
Do each of you have one enough to give
Yeah.
to your friend?
Okay, so 7, 8, 9.
Teamwork! We're bonding.
Oh my gosh.
You hear your sister's voice whispering to you. They just have to remember who they are. They're just really sad and angry and lost, but if you tell them who they are, we can come back for a little while. Just tell us who you are. What do you do? Do you say anything to this little ball of light?
So do I get the feeling that, like, she's already kind of to the extent that, like,
She could be more,
she could be more
but she won't be able to do that
until everybody else does? Okay.
Yes. Because they're all connected in this place.
I look at the ball of light and I say, I will, I'll fix it. And I turn around.
Alden looks at you and he goes like, why are you crying? Why are you talking to that little ball? What's going on? What's going on?
I look at Alden and I say, it's Margie, she's always been here. And then I turn back around, because you've already yelled that, like, it's the queens, and then I repeat what Margie told me, and I say we have to remind them who they are.
And Alden like, at that revelation, crumbles a little bit, because he also, like, much like how you reacted, he can't comprehend even what you had just said, so it's kind of like whiteout noise in his brain. It is Liza's turn. Liza just looks and she's like, "So what? Am I going to swing? Should I? Good. Okay. So what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you want me to do?
Defense!
Okay.
Actually, I'm running.
I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know if Liza hears, like, knows.
No,
like,
she hears like it's the queens, and then like she looks over to Janine's like, "What do you want me to do?"
Protect them.
It's 2.
Everyone. The
Huh.
spirits. I know it's hard.
Huh.
I'm yelling. And I'm like, but we need to make them know that they're safe.
Okay. Like,
Weapons down is what I mean.
oh, and she just drops her great axe. Venus's turn. Liza has been told to stand down, so she just disengages and puts her great axe on the ground.
And then what are these shadows doing, the last 2?
So the shades, they're still all kind of in their spectral shapes. They haven't fully diminished. Their aggression, because you said their names, are like the aggression is gone, but they're still like fully there. It's hard to tell. The only reason why that happened was because she tried to attack, but the moment that she interacted with you and you just said like the thing that she's been wanting to hear and seeing you, that's what made her go away.
talk to her about Tim. What do I say about Tim though?
You can mention your dream.
It might just take hearing about either his name or just him.
Does he have a last name?
Lusong.
Catriona. Tim Lusong is looking for you.
Diminishes. Goes off to like floats above another piece of rubble near the temple. But yeah, so these little balls of light, they appear towards the altar, so they're like towards like further in front of you guys. So if you wanted to go interact with those, you can. But there's only one spirit left.
It's Pia.
Okay.
Is she the one with the gossamer?
Gossamer nightgown, yeah. Janine, that's your turn.
I go up to Catriona's ball because I talked to Tim before, and I hug her ball, and I said, Tim misses you and he loves you. I hope you know that.
You just hear somebody that like has a sob that like they're holding on to, and you hear her say, oh wait, no, sorry, intuition roll. DC, it's technically, yeah, no, you mentioned Tim, DC 5.
I have a D6 plus 1. 5? Plus so 6.
She says to whenever you said we'll fix this, she says, we cannot fix this. This has already been done. But as long as we're able to get all of us here, to how I am, to how the others seem to be, we can figure this out together. But she also kind of just like imparts like a little warmth to you, and she just tells you like, Pia was the first. She only needs to look upon your face. And then she just stops.
That's my mom.
No, your mom's name is Samantha, dog.
I told you it was with an S.
That's Samantha.
I'm so sorry. All of these
like,
names,
hold
and her
on.
name is Samantha.
Yep. Samantha. Pia, the spectral spirit that is remaining, that hasn't been like fully diminished into a spirit ball yet, is looking at Liza. Even though Liza's put down her axe, she doesn't recognize Liza. So she's going to try to just like swipe at her. That's a natural 7. Definitely doesn't hit. All right. So now it is Desiree's turn.
You're like, I
Sorry. For the next finale, I can tell you guys the order once again, so that you're not caught unawares and
totally
like
forgot
eating,
that I
caught
was
slipping.
I use half my movement to get to Alexi Main.
Great.
And I'm just like, Lex. And like, there's just so many, I already know that there's so many emotions because I thought she abandoned me, but this, like, now, after what I heard of Gloria, I've had like a day or two to process that, but now this. I think she just goes, I think she's like full sprint running to like glomp this spirit.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know what happens if there's any physical touch that happens, because it feels like what would happen would be like, and then
Yeah.
it's just smoke.
Is it a light or a ball of light?
Like it's just smoke. And like,
Okay. You know what? You're are you trying to hug your friend?
yeah.
Okay. Give me a fitness roll and just tell me what's the number you roll and see if you feel anything back.
It's a 4.
That's great, because this is a really weird thing I was wanting to do. With you not trying to, it was you letting go of the force of like what the hug could be, of like if it's you just like letting go of your movement and just like leaping into this, you feel something kind of catch you.
Oh.
It doesn't feel like human warmth. It just feels like a general warmth. But it prevents you from like crashing into the ground. Like it just kind of like catches you, because she was strong enough for the both of you to be able to hold you. Do you say anything else?
I just say something like, I miss you. I've missed you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You just hear a very small voice back to you. There's nothing to be sorry for. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't.
You don't know. I blamed you a lot these last couple years, and I just didn't know what it was like for you. I'm sorry.
And that's okay. That's okay. I love you, Des.
I miss you, Lex. I love you too.
Miriam,
So glad I didn't wear mascara.
Miriam, it's your turn again.
Like, not only does Charlotte the player know that, like, she can't do shit about Pia, but also Miriam is just there. And I think that, like, I think there's also a little bit of anger. And she's talking to Margie and saying, you never told me. You never told me they were keeping you here. I would have come and gotten you. I would have found you. And you've been gone. And I didn't know.
And you feel that spirit just kind of like quiet a lot. Because she knows that all that is true. And she has nothing to say in reply.
I know why you did it. I know you were just trying to keep me safe. You always tried to keep me safe, but I could have found you. I never would have let you stay here.
Alden is looking and like he goes up to talk to the ball. He does not make any real connection with it. Liza like saw that the like spirit tried to attack her and she goes, okay, are we sure I don't have to like swing or anything? We're good? Do I have to do more? Like what should I do? Hey, don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Like she tries to do some like choreography and like be like, bah! Like just like, don't stop. Like trying to like figure out
Levity.
what to do. Basically, like, you know how like you like shoo away a wild animal? She's like, go. No, don't. Like she's never been in a fight scenario where she hasn't just been out killing people. Like that's where she's at right now.
I've been told not to fight.
Venus, it is your turn.
Oh my gosh. So many emotions.
Where are we with Pia? Is she still?
She's still a spectral spirit. She's just kind of like, you know, again, her aggression has diminished, but like she's still a spirit. Spectral. But
Wait, did Janine go?
Janine hasn't gone yet. Janine goes after Venus.
Oh, God. Whoa.
Yeah. What's Gloria up to? Where can I see her?
Gloria stands up and looks at you and just says like, what's going on? What's happening?
Gloria.
You said their names.
Gloria,
What?
can you come here, please?
And she like cautiously makes her way over to you.
That's Pia, over there. We've been trying to help them remember who they are. They become these balls of light. I think, can you try talking to her, reminding her who she is? I'll go with you. And then I like grab your hand. And then we like walk to Pia together, very slowly. Gloria is shaking. My hand is very steady though.
Gloria has now entered the initiative order, and she's going right after Venus, walks up to the Pia Spectre, and looks at her and just like says like, are you still in there? Pia, can you hear me? And the spirit like looks at Gloria, and her aggression is like gone, but she still stays that spectral spirit. She approaches the two of you with like her hand up, but it's not in a menacing way. And she like cups the side of Gloria's face. And then like there's this very gentle stroke on her cheek of just like trying to wipe away Gloria's tears, but she can't seem to diminish for some reason. Gloria's like further weeping, like into her ghostly friend's hand.
You have to remind her something about her old life. Something, anyone in her life, anything, any memory.
had you on the radio. And everyone had heard you first before they ever saw you and just fell in love with your voice.
What was the song?
It wasn't singing, she could just read poetry. She just read words. She just read wondrous poetry from so many different people, and she just had this voice that brought so much comfort.
Do you remember anything, any of the lines from her poems?
They were all just based in nature and the green scenery. And you see it, like, when she thinks about green, she, like, looks up and she goes, like, do you want to see your brother's eyes again? And the spirit, like, just, like, kind of, like, drops her hand and, like, a look of shock comes across her face. Gloria turns to Janine and says, Janine, can you please come here? You don't have to be afraid.
I stride on over and I hold your other hand, or Gloria's other hand. Gloria's hand on one side and I'm holding Venus on the other side, like kind of like protecting them but also hugging them. Yes?
She turns you towards Pia's floating figure and she says, these are Christian's eyes. Diminishes, turns into a ball that's right next to the temple. As soon as she makes eye contact with you.
Do we know your papa?
Nope.
There was a contestant that your mom tried to rig the game, but got involved with one of the people that worked at the Pangasi Hotel.
Pia's your aunt.
Oh. Revelation. So she's a half orc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a half orc.
Pia,
You're a half orc, so then
Pia's a human.
Oh, she's a human side of your orc side.
Mm-hmm. You are out of combat. There are these spirit balls that are floating. You two are
Where are
with
they?
those. They're all like like where the temple is in the middle. There's like 4 balls, like 2 on each side. You two are on like the same side of the temple, like where like Margie's on the farthest left. You're on like the closer left, and the 2 other balls are like unattended. But they're basically flanking the main altar in the middle.
I kneel to them both and like kind of like a prayer kind of thing.
Okay.
And like, I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm sorry that you were hurt and people were so mean to you, but I hope that even though we've never met, I love you. I love you and you are loved by other people and they will miss you, and I'm so sorry that we can't fix this, but we'll make things right.
You hear when you say, like, we'll make this right, like, there's, like, these whispers of, like, these spirits that are repeating what you said as, like, a prayer, like, around this space. And, like, you just hear, like, a gentle rustle of wind that is bringing some sort of peace to this broken place. And the one that you feel like is Pia whispers back to you, I'd always wanted Denise. I'd always wanted to have somebody. It's been so long since I've seen my brother's face, and to see it on yours is the greatest blessing I could have asked for.
It's nice to know I have family.
You feel like kind of like a warm smile and like a kiss to your cheek, even though you can't see it, you can't feel it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my god, what was your name? Anagoli.
You say Anagolai.
Anagola, yeah. I'm like,
The entire temple erupts in light. You are no longer in the temple space. You have reached a liminal space.
Oh
that
god.
kind of resembles like what the temple was, but everything is much more grand. The temple itself has been repaired with like these taller columns with these intricate carvings into the stone. Each of you, instead of a ball of light that was in front of you, is now the queen that wanted you most.
wait, sorry, we are the queen?
No.
The queen, the balls turned into queens.
Yeah, they return to who they were in life, and they are dressed in like what would just be their regular clothes, but you can see it's transparent. Like they are in front of you, and they are here to. They look healthy. they look like they did in life, but there's just like this extra sheen to their skin. There's just this translucency that you know indicates to you that they're not of mortal flesh anymore. And you see Margie looks at you, and she just goes, Mimi. Hi!
You always are the pretty one.
Stop! And she just like embraces you immediately, and she's like, she's just so elated. I don't know, I can't believe you're here. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I had to come find you. You stopped writing, and I knew that there would be nothing to stop you from writing, so I knew something was wrong, and I thought I was gonna find you.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's really not your fault. I promise it's not your fault.
I don't know how to do this without you.
And she looks at Alden, and she looks at you, and then she just like really sits in that of just like, I don't know as much as you do. I never could. I never will. But I know that you're not going to be alone in doing this. I'm not alone, and I want you to know that, okay? Like, I promise I'm not alone. I have all these wonderful people with me that will stay with me. And between you and Alden, I'm not really gonna go away, am I? So I'm not going to be without you, and you are not going to be without me, okay?
Okay.
And she just like hugs you and like kisses you on the top of your head and just kind of holds you for a moment. And Alden, standing aside, is weeping, but like just like puts a hand on your back and like just like rubs your back as you guys are holding each other.
You can get in here. It's okay.
Okay, good. I was really wanting. And then like just you guys like kind of fall into like a little mess of a ball. Alexi May is just like looking at you and just kind of like, hi, Daz.
Oh, if I could do this.
What do you mean?
I was so mad at you.
You can't be mad at me.
I don't deserve it. I didn't know. When Gloria told me that you couldn't talk to me. These years I thought you wouldn't talk to me. I thought you left me. I thought you left us. It was supposed to be us.
I know, and I'm sorry. And it's not because
my
of you.
stupid ass off for years.
And I
Just to
saw.
fucking prove to you that we can be together again. I don't know, to spite you, to show that I'm enough for you.
You were always enough. Des, you were always enough. They just had their fucking rules and their fucking regulations and standards that are such bullshit anyway.
It is bullshit. I don't know any other way to help my family other than busting my ass. Doing this bullshit. Smiling. Fuck this.
And it's so fucking stupid.
Stupid.
It's fucked up.
Stupid. I'm also mad.
Yeah, you guys are just yelling, but like
God.
Alexi May, like, I think there's a moment that like she just like grabs you and she just like looks at you and she goes like,
What the fuck happened?
do you want to scream with me right now?
Yes.
And you both just like this just fucking loud, like emotive scream, and then like she just looks at you and she just goes like, there's somebody that can
What happened?
and like she like looks over at Gloria and she like kind of like feels something. You can tell that she's like kind of trying to intuit something, and she goes, exactly what Gloria said happened. It's exactly. And I want you to know that I fucking fought them as much as I could. I kicked every last one of them. I got their jaw. I slammed heads into the countertop.
You were always so good at fighting.
They were just a little better that day. But we don't need to talk about that. But we're gonna get these motherfuckers. However we're gonna do it, we're gonna get them together. It'll just look a little different than it should.
Okay.
She just holds you. Okay, my other two queens. You.
So bad.
Can I just tell you,
Ooh.
above table, I'm having a tough time too, because I gotta do this 4 times.
You're doing amazing.
Thanks.
You're doing amazing.
You're doing so great.
Fuck, I'm so glad I didn't put on eyeliner. Okay.
I gave up.
I gave up.
I gave up.
You still look good.
Yeah,
You look beautiful, and that's why I can't look at your faces. Who would like to talk to their person first?
You're related.
It is like, I'm just here.
I don't know her.
You see
was
this.
a
You see
dream.
this woman in front of you. Her eyes are like the shape of her eyes, the shade of her eyes as well, are very similar to yours. It's the portrait of the woman that you saw when you were on the Pangasi boat that you were standing in front of, that you were always drawn to. You've known about Pia, but you didn't know about Pia. Because Ken didn't know anything about your father. So he had nothing to gauge. The only person that could have possibly told you anything would have been your mom.
Yeah, but she's not here.
Yep. So Pia just like looks at you and she goes like, oh my gosh, look at you. And she like just like asks like very gently like, may I? And she like pushes your hair like away from your face, like just like little baby bangs that you have. She just looks at you and just
I hold her hands on my face.
beautiful. And she was just like looking, it's like, I could have never asked for a more beautiful niece.
I break down. And I'm like super tall, but I like fall, like crumble to the floor.
And she just like goes down with you and like is like rubbing your back, and she was just kind of like, I'm so sorry. I wish I got to know. I wish I knew. She's truly at like a loss for words because she can't believe it. She can't believe that she has family that still exists out in the world. She thought that she was like the last of anyone. Oh, you both did.
You were lost and I was lost. We found each other. Anna Coley, right?
And Agolai she's getting close. She's almost, no, she's always been. And like you see that like she feels something and then she looks towards the altar. There's a woman that is seated at the head of the altar. And it's very strange when you look at her because every time you kind of like look away or glance away, she looks like somebody different. The crazy thing about this woman is she looks like no one and she looks like everyone. But it's just one face, it's just one person. She is sitting at this altar, but she's been chained to it. There's manacles that are around her wrist and one big manacle that's like around her neck. Do you want to do anything while you're standing in front of Catriona?
You were in my dream.
That was you, wasn't it?
You remember? You were there? Like you consciously being like, because I just met this turtle that was like in my dream. And
Sasaya.
Sasaya. And he said that he knew he was in my dream. So did you know you were in my dream too?
What do you remember from your dream?
I just remember I was looking for my dad. I was singing at the lounge at the hotel that we own, and I remember seeing you, and like something was familiar. I didn't really know what. And then I remember following someone, and
But you were looking for someone who was lost to you. That might have been Anagolai in a different way. See, there's one thing I remember, the last thing I remember before I was gone. And it was you. I remember being at a bar and approaching a lovely young woman who had just come from stage. And I remember talking with her briefly. And I remember when all the lights started fading away from the space and I felt myself letting go of something. The last thing I could hear was that there was a tide coming in. And then I was just gone, but I don't even know you, and you were the last thing I thought about, and I thought I would have thought of.
Tim. Sorry.
Is he alright? Does he know?
No.
I really don't know if I wanted to. I loved him so much. He didn't want to, and I loved him so. I loved him so long. But it's the time we're given, I think, that matters the most. I had 3 wonderful years of marriage with that man. I loved him for far longer than that. And he denied. But I knew that he felt the same. He just didn't want other people to think certain things about us, or that he tricked me, or that I tricked him. Can you do me a favor, my darling?
Of course.
I want to make sure that you see him again because I want you to tell him something. I'm always going to love him. I've loved him since. I love him now. And I will continue to do so.
I promise we're gonna fix this, and I'm gonna tell him that.
Thank you. Would you like to see our mistress?
Yes. Let's go.
She walks with you into the temple. My queens that are embracing your best friend and your sister, you can take as much time as you want to embrace them, and you have no rush to let go of this embrace, because you already have friends in your party who are going to talk and see what's going on. So,
So we approach
Just like a
Anangolai.
snack. Like,
Yeah.
I bet, dude, I have no idea how long it's gonna last.
at some point, the conversation for you guys moves into like a little bit of like happier things of just like trying to catch each other up on like what's been going on. To your point when you bring up Jet, Alexi May just goes like, okay, but like how is it?
He's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I'm gonna miss.
Oh.
And like she was gonna like, I mean, like,
noticed
look, it's gonna be like, look, like whatever this is, like, it's like forever or whatever, but there's something really hot about, just one night, you know what I mean?
That's also true.
Yeah. Like, so like you guys are just catching up.
I have a job. I have 2 jobs.
Just fucking chismissing. It's like, it's super
He's hot
fun. We love it so much.
He'll be here when I'm here.
Janine, Liza, Venus, and Catriona, and Pia that like approach Anagolai as she's like stuck at this table, and she like
We kneel.
Yeah,
Or something. Yeah, we kneel.
everybody, like, and then Liza is just like immediately like oh, and then like she tried to bows even deeper than y'all because she was like, I'm sorry I cursed. I'm so sorry I cursed when I got here. That was so rude, and I really didn't need to do that.
I just put my hand over her mouth.
You need to learn when to shut up. I'm done. I'm good. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Thanks. Now that you're closer, you can like see more of Anagolai. She appears to be a young maiden. She appears to be more matronly. She appears to be old. It's like shifting and changing almost every moment. But her gaze, the warmth in her gaze is constant. It's like a low burning fire on a stove. She like looks at you and just like, if one of you wouldn't mind, I think that there's... Can one of you break this? And she like looks up. What would you like to do?
Oh, shit! I have powers. Sorry. I cast again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You don't have to roll any damage dice.
Okay.
Like what would you like to do with a spirit dart, and what do you make it out of?
Oh golly.
Because the thing that you can see in this space, you're in this kind of ethereal space. It's like filled with light. Like it's kind of just like imagine like shifting colors a little bit, kind of like what are right here, but like different multicolors. Like you can
But
pull
we're,
from
we're still in the physical temple as well.
You're in the physical temple, but everything looks like kind of solid.
And-
but
and
you
my-
can, yeah.
In my power, I could just levitate things and.
With a spirit dart, you can literally call a certain element to your aid and shape it how you want to, and like throw it at something. So you could like take some light from this place, make it into like something that can break it. You can take like a stone from like the temple, but considering it just got put back together, maybe that's a bad idea. But there's a bunch of different things you could do. Anybody who's there who would like to, if you'd like to roll a scholastic check on the manacles that are holding her, you
Yeah,
can.
I wanted to see what it's made out of.
Scholastic check, DC 7.
I have 4,
Mhm.
and that's my 4s.
Ooh, explodes?
Oh, explode.
You gotta be bigger about that, baby.
Yay, explosion.
And then 2. So
6. Do you have any adversity gems?
I have 2.
Great. Would you like to spend one?
Yeah.
What was the DC?
7.
But we're not over there.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
can
you
I
guys
get,
are-
take one back? Because it was 6.
Yes, correct.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Oh wait, 5, and then I get a +4. Or is it only is it only
9. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, so what you both observe is that the manacles that are around her seem to be made of shadow, and it's like constantly like flickering, like kind of like flame, and it's like it's made of like this kind of like shimmering darkness that has been like keeping her chained to this table.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna manipulate the light. And
Okay.
that's the opposite of the dark, but I need 5 d6s.
You don't, because we're not in combat.
Oh.
So if you just are you just gonna cast like a piece of light from this place?
Yes.
Great. You
Can
do
I
that?
hold your hand just to support you?
Oh, I love this. Okay, with this, what's the intention?
Freedom.
Freedom. And you're looking at Anagola. You have invoked her name in her space, in her temple. You cast the spell towards the manacles. The only one that remains, because it's tied to the person that cast her here, is the one that's around her neck.
Yeah.
But her hands are free. And it doesn't chain her to the table anymore. It's just kind of locked on her, where it can't, for some reason, come off. Kind of like a collar.
And but she can still talk, right?
She can, and she just looks, she goes, that feels so much better. Oh, okay. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for
Hello.
bringing us to the people we needed.
Well, thank you for finding them.
Who did this to you?
That is indeed a long story, but I think I'd love to have the rest of your friends come and join us.
Friends.
She does this thing with her hands where she kind of just like flourishes them. The altar elongates, and you're all able to sit around a table that has like a Kamayan feast.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You get the benefits of a short rest, so anything you didn't use. The fight was very short because my PCs are quite smart and adept at emotional intelligence as well as other puzzles, so I'm very proud of them. So nothing was really spent, but anything you did spend gets brought back to you.
Miriam is holding Margie's hand,
Mhm.
and she's right-handed, so she's holding Margie's left hand and like eating with her left hand,
Mhm.
and is like spilling food everywhere, but she refuses to let go of Margie's hand.
Margie is the exact opposite, and she's suffering the same thing as you. But it's so cute, and like you guys are trying to eat, and then Alden's just looking at both of you, being like, and like he just like pushes like food more towards you, just and
he's like,
yeah.
why aren't they switching?
Yeah, truly just being like, I loved both of them. I love them both. This is fucking stupid. Liza is like fully like housing food. She's just kind of like, this has gotta be the best buffet. Holy crap. And Anagola is just like smiling, like looking after, like, yes, oh, I love it when people enjoy my food. This is great. Hi.
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 You know Linda?
Oh, well, I don't know all of my descendants, but I always try to like recognize them. Linda. She was a little girl the first time I met her. She came to the forest once.
Your food reminds me of her. It reminds me of the food she made us, always looking out for us, making us full, but I'm sorry we couldn't really do that for you beforehand.
Oh, I don't really need much, but I guess you all must have questions, and I hope I can provide answers. This is actually the first time I've been able to see my lovely patronage. Yeah, patronage. this temple's always been here, and like Margie kind of like turns to all of you and just says like, Anagolai has always kind of watched over us, and we were able to go to her temple, just in prayer. But this is certainly a new experience, considering from where we come from. IMF kind of always made me suspicious about this kind of stuff, but this is it's hard to argue whenever you're really sitting in front of a celestial table with ethereal food and eternal. Oh, time's gonna be weird now, huh? I'm just gonna keep eating. You guys keep talking, and like Margie's kind of still coming to terms with what's going on, but also like happy that her sister's with her.
I know that one god in this universe is like bullshit. But
Yeah.
Like, how is he though? Like,
Or she.
That god.
Yeah.
Are they an asshole? What's up?
Well, okay, look. If I'm being honest, my son,
Oh, your son.
Apolaki, can be a lot. You know, he's like really, really about the whole like, I'm the sun. I'm the first thing you see. Look at me. Look at me. And he was already like that as a child, but they took him pretty young to be the sun god, so he's kind of internalized that now, I guess.
It's like a golden town thing.
A little bit. I think he could use a little humbling. And weirdly enough, that's kind of happened, it seemed. He's been diminished in a way. Margie, what was the church that you were mentioning?
Miriam.
Yeah. She's like looking at the two of you and goes
Okay, got it.
I'm so sorry. And like, cause she sees Margie's like just kind of like quietly eating food, like, sorry. Miriam, what's the thing that Margie's talking about? What kind of place is it that she's referring to from your hometown? She said I something?
IMF, that's it, right?
What does that stand for?
I know it's Immortal Flame, right? There's that.
That was my son's name. Initially. Well, and then he became the sun god, but that's an old name.
No, they're spewing this rhetoric that he's the one true god. The only god.
Anagolai looks at that and she like pieces something together in her brain, and then she just goes, he fucking did it, huh? He was able to do it.
Was this something he wanted to do?
Not my son, but somebody else. This is my temple. I can say whatever I want. There is an asshole among you, and I would love it if amongst the mortal people that is parading around like he's immortal, and he's not, and he's just a fucking asshole. Ooh, fuck you, Hassan Khan, fuck you! Like, she gets really mad. Well, this is what I know about how these rituals go. I used to be in control of this island. My parent, Lakapati, put me in charge of this island, but then you tell somebody something enough where you get tired, and you're always tired, and they try to feel bad for you, or they try to express pity for you, and suddenly they just decide to charm you as much as they can, tell you to take a day off, tell you to relax, and like as she's like getting angrier and angrier, you see that like different faces and shapes like kind of appear, so it's multiple heads, and then she just kind of like takes a deep breath to like take it all back in and goes, my domain is lost things, missing people. It was my duty to help all of those lost in Adlawato find their way back home again. Hassan Khan convinced me to step away one night. He was very charming. He was very convincing.
This is immortal?
No, this is an infernal god.
Oh.
He found something. He found something that was able to put me to sleep. And I went to sleep and I couldn't wake up. I had only heard about this because he decided to brag about 100 years later after I finally woke up And he had already convinced people that there was a typhoon that was my fault because I wasn't here to protect the island. And they all assumed that I had failed them, my people, my island, that I had failed them because of what he had done to me. And they had no idea. They started praying to a new god, Anangsa. What a shoddy little rearrangement of his name. They took his name. He just took his own name and swapped around the letters so that it would be enough for people to pray to, and there would be enough power to have behind his name, not my domain. And he got everything, it seems.
Does he have a mortal name?
That is the one thing that's been out of my reach. He has been amongst you, and I don't...
Do you know what he looks like?
Oh, I know what he looks like.
Can you
You know what it
describe
sounds
it?
like?
I mean, couldn't he change his mortal?
He is quite awful to look at in his actual true infernal form, but when he wants to be charming and lay it on thick, he has quite the demeanor of hospitality.
Ooh, it's Tim. Oh, that's Tim. It's not Tim. It's
Ken?
It's Franco.
Franco, right?
You guys say Franco?
Yeah.
It's Franco. Do you say his name out loud?
It's
Franco, yeah.
You say that, it reverberates through her temple, and she goes, oh, good. Now I know where I can direct all of this fucking rage.
I never knew how old Franco was, but dude's old. Like, you know that weird, like, are you 80 or are you 60?
Can we say your name? Will that help?
It has to be more than just us. My dears, the thing about power, the thing about control, is that it takes many to believe a thing in order to seize back something that is lost. If it was just us, you being able to say my name had already done so much. You gathered here believing in me has done so much already, but it's not
Nearly enough.
She touches the collar and she was like, it's not enough. He managed to destroy every other temple that I had in my island, except this. Well, I guess he kind of got this one too.
There are 4 standards for the beauty pageant. He took away your freedom. I think he's trying to take everyone else's. If we can get these people and other people to believe, maybe it'll help release you and make you have your freedom.
Maybe. No. Certainly. She reaches deep within herself and then like her eyes fly open, glowing with light, and she says, "For gifts of the island must be presented. To the one who lost her throne resented. Cry out the names of those queens most dear, in a voice so loud all the heavens can hear. The final key to end evil endemic is to break apart his regal relic." And then the light vanishes from her eyes and she's normal again. She goes, "Did I say something?"
Yeah.
His
Say the
regal,
names.
what is his regal
Regal
relic?
relic, yeah.
He has a crown.
Does he
or
have a
something?
temple?
The crown.
Crown. Does he wear a
It's
crown?
the Bituin queen crown.
Oh, we have to fucking compete? Damn it!
What has he been doing? What's the ceremony been turned into for praise?
Pageant.
A
Beauty
pageant.
fucking
A beauty pageant.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Are you serious? We just had people show up and like present food and stuff. Why does he?
No, now you gotta have a talent and you gotta be sponsored and you have to dress pretty.
Oh,
and
that's
walk
so
and
fucking
talk.
stupid. That's
And
so
it's
unnecessary.
women pitted against each other and it's so
Yeah.
What?
It gets really catty.
It's
What?
really bad.
Oh my.
And
We have
also, a lot of us
sponsors.
are very poor because every 6 years, like, some bullshit happens. And, like, this is almost the only way to get out of poverty.
Oh
for
yeah,
some people.
oh yeah. No,
wow.
they hold the resources, and whoever wins gets the resources. So it's like
Wait, how many times has he done this?
Well,
216 years.
Oh god, he only needs one more.
what?
The sacrifice. He's doing an infernal sacrifice ritual.
That's
what
why
he's
there's
doing.
the cliff.
Oh my god, that's why we're doing this on a cliff!
He's looking to eliminate one more so that he can complete the ritual, and if he does whatever his agenda is, and it surely can't be good, it will be completed with the final sacrifice.
So he crowns a final winner,
Can we sacrifice
sacrifices them,
Yes.
and then that's
How do we get rid of him?
We have to win the crown to do something with it.
I know, but what do we do
They
with
keep
it after?
this crown under lock.
Oh,
and
did I go a little weird whenever I kind of
Oh,
like
yeah,
sat back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regal relic is what you said.
Regal relic. That's a crown.
Yes. Well, Venus has her stuff now. You have your powers. Can you destroy it using light?
Yes. Yes, he's an infernal god. Anything that can be used to destroy infernal energy. So that's all shadow and darkness, light,
Where's your
some sort of
son?
holy water, 4 gifts, right? I think did I say some stuff about 4 stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Adlawato has always given me gifts of love, of beauty, of freedom, and of truth. There's 4 of you. Is there a way for there to be millions, maybe if it's on the island, is there a way that you guys are able to be seen by a lot of people or
They're
like
broadcasting it live.
what's that mean?
Sorry. They
They
have
have
things that will point to us,
Mhm.
and then people all over the island
They're watching.
will see us, no matter where they are.
Can it extend beyond the island?
Yeah, far,
yes,
far.
yes,
maybe.
far, far beyond the island.
This is perfect. If you present your gifts during this other ritualistic ceremony of the broadcast, you can present it to these people that like see you, and I assume because if you've already been weird of the part of this weird ceremony, they know who you are.
Wait, so just really quickly.
Yeah.
Is this because we've kind of been doing this for the last couple days?
Yeah.
Do we have to do this all at once, or does that also?
It could possibly already have been compounded, but
You said there's 4 of us.
there's 4 of you, and there's 4 gifts.
Yes.
So one of us.
Does one each?
I think so. I think that's how it would work
Do
best.
you know who would be which one?
I don't think it has
we
to be
have
specific.
figure that out, or-
Yeah, you guys. I think as long as there's just each of you does one of them, it could be enough. But you have to invoke my name. They all believe that it's for him, and they've been saying the wrong name for years. At some point, while you are presenting the gift, you have to say my name.
Oh.
But did I say, was it just about me, or was it about, did I say something about Queen's most dear?
We assume that's the queens that we found here.
Yes, because that way you can try to turn back his sacrifice of just being able to, they don't go unnamed. In a ceremony where you are able to sacrifice and nobody knows and you do it in secrecy, the way that the infernal gods use it is that they use it for people whose graves are left unmarked, people who go unknown.
And no one knows that the queens are gone.
Correct.
When we do this competition, we have to make it absolutely clear why we're competing and who it's for.
Or maybe if you invoke their names like you invoke my name, simply by saying their names.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power behind simply saying that somebody existed. Perhaps, and then like you see like Catriona perk up, she goes, a dedication. Before you do whatever you're about to do, a dedication to somebody. That could hopefully not alert him to what you're doing.
You know, I was planning on screwing over VBS anyway, so...
Margie smiles so big at that. She goes, oh, I can't wait to see what happens. My dears, we don't have a lot of time left here. And I'm sorry to do this, but in order to keep your loved ones safe, they will stay here with me. But with my hands free, the very least I can do is this. She snaps her fingers. You escape the liminal space. You are back in the clearing. The temple has been restored. And each of where those balls of light were are now the marked graves of your loved ones. Alden comes back and is just kind of like, okay, well, huh.
Well, maybe you guys can do the love one.
What?
Ew.
Huh?
I just talked to
I'm
my
not going
dead
on
sister.
camera about the.
I
Okay,
feel
all right,
like-
all right.
I feel like based on
There's
our
medical
personalities, I think truth would make sense from Miriam, and beauty from.
Yes, no, you
Well,
can say it's
that's
fine.
But then also, like, you see, like, Liza pops up. It's like, and if it's about trying to reveal something, maybe you don't have to be this.
I do have that power.
Yeah. Or you can take away what your mom did, because, sorry, I know you are beautiful without all that stuff.
Thank you.
Like, when I saw you, she like blushes really deeply, and she was just kind of like, you don't need all that stuff. I need to go, and like she like starts like running back to the village with the great accent. I'll wait for you guys at the lake. Like she just runs.
Are there cars there?
I don't know.
I'm blanking. Janine, love, because you love so fiercely.
And freedom
different.
for Desiree, who has
Because you
given
did
up her freedom
Everything for your
for
family.
everyone else.
That's what I just think that would make sense for everyone. That makes sense.
So how do we represent that? And that's something for you guys to brainstorm and think about on your ride home. I'll keep this nice and brief. You guys walk your way back into the village, this very strange village. There's nothing new. It looks untouched, but you now are armed with this knowledge. You know this ritual. There is a ceremony that you are set to undo. Fun thing that I get to say now. You feel stronger somehow. You feel there is something inherent in each of you. And when you look down at your weapons, you see that Anagolai has left a sigil that is like the Babayan that is her name.
Yeah.
You have new abilities
Hell yeah.
within each of you because you have now been blessed as the Queen of the Lost Champions. As you guys are making your way back, you see Sasayo and he goes like, "Hey! Hi guys! Hi! It feels really good now! Everything smells a lot better. It smells like Anagolai. I know that's weird, but she smells nice.
We saw her.
She smells like jasmine. You saw her?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. It's pretty late. Do you guys need to go back to where you were?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, left.
Do you guys want to get on my back?
Can we?
Like you just see like he like shifts a little bit and like expands his shell.
Oh, sick.
And he just goes like, "What you guys fixed something. You fixed something in the island, right?"
Her temple.
She feels a lot closer now. She feels a lot better now. I feel cooler now. Get on my back. Do you guys get on Sasayo's back?
We just do it.
Sasayo is faster than any jeepney in the fucking world, and he is able to take you back to the hotel in the ride to get you there was 2 hours. To get you back to the hotel, 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
But does anyone else see him?
So whenever you guys arrive to the Bangkasan, you're close to the hotel, you're not quite there. Let's just say, for the sake of convenience, you guys emerge from the water, you're dry. There's something in the blessing that Anagolai gave you that she was like, no more. People will not go missing. People will not try to make you become lost. I'm going to protect you as much as I can. But the further away you get from the temple, the further you feel that connection is just kind of like strained. So it's a little harder for her to like bring more blessings to you. You're in your cloak still.
Time check?
Time check, it's midnight. It is now officially the final day of the Bituin Queen pageant.
You have to wake up what time?
Well, you guys would know that like you'd probably like need to get up in the next couple of hours to start getting ready. But
I spoke till like 1
yeah.
or 2.
let's just do this. Odds or evens, and you all as a party need to agree on which one.
Does anyone feel strongly one way or the other?
No, I'm thinking evens. But
Let's
Yeah,
do
that's
evens
even
then.
sounds good.
I like evens.
No?
Natural one.
Oh, no.
That's odd.
When you guys come back to the hotel, it is roaming with patrolled security.
Oh.
But you're not spotted. But there's a lot of people that are like milling about that are just kind of like out the outside. You overhear somebody like calling into like a walkie. They're talking about like, yeah, we've got her in the laundry room and we're gonna probably keep her there. Just let everybody know that they should be on the lookout for any other Kalanget that are in the area, and don't allow her to leave under Franco's orders. And it clicks off. Linda has been apprehended. And she has been taken hostage in the place that Gloria was hidden away. Here we go! That's the end of episode 7 of The Bituin Queen. Tune in next time for the grand finale.
Don't
Want to cry some more?
Yeah, we're gonna cry some more. Jeez.